are Kaitaia Airport and the start of another adventure. I'm hopping on this bird behind me. Headed off to Wellington for a few days, spend a bit of time with Aya and hopefully get a bit of diving in. So looking forward to it. First flight's done, made it onto the second flight, off we go, Wellington, here we come. Alright, we're on the ground. Yes. Well, it's the next day, and the thing about flying down is I wasn't really able to bring my normal dive gear, so I've kind of cobbled together a bunch of stuff that I left down here in Wellington my last time when I was down on the road trip, and got enough to get out for a bit of a swim. It's all a little bit ruggy, but that's part of the fun. And up until now I've been diving the easily accessible shore dive spots of Wellington, getting a feed and everything, no worries, but I like to adventure a little bit. I like to go further afield, and today I am putting a little bit more effort in. We've got I think about 2k sort of a walk down to the dive spot here, and it's down this lovely steep hill. The camera probably doesn't show it, but it's pretty steep. But I am hiking down here. We're going to hop in the water, see what we can find, and hopefully snag a good feed. All right, I've made it down to the shore, and quite a hike down that hill. It's steep. The old legs were being a little bit jelly by the time I hit the bottom, but they're recovering quickly. I now have a decision to make. There's one point over here, and then there's another point over there. Now, I'm pretty sure I want to dive one of them, but I don't know which one. So I think I'm going to head for this point over here, and when it looks good, I'm going to hop in the water. That was a pretty insane walk. I am so hot, man, so sweaty. Pretty keen to get in. This is where we're at. Nice little spot here. Rock out there. There's another shallow patch in the middle there, and then there's another rock there. I reckon that's a pretty good place to start looking. We'll drop in here, get stuck in.
The plan was to head out to the rocks that I'd pointed out, but I couldn't resist having a look around while I was on my way out there. And yeah, ended up finding this gutter with that nice Paua in it. So popped that off the rock, carried on through the gutter just to see if there was any more. But didn't really find any more, so end up heading back to the surface.
Looks like it'll be legal.
And yeah, one of the things I didn't have in Wellington was a measure. So found this ruler in AS flat and decided I was taking that. Did the trick quite nicely.
135, easy legal. Now, I don't have a catch bag, but I'll just stuff it up my wetsuit. The limit's 5, so I should be able to fit 5 into my wetsuit. So, yeah, it'll work.
A couple of dives later and I dive down into this gutter, get myself in under the kelp, and what do you know it? Come across this little patch of Paua. So yeah, just get straight to work, popping them off. And I end up heading back to the surface with 3 nice Paua in my hands. Give them all a measure. The limit for Paua is 125 millimeters, and all of these are around the 130 to 135 millimeter mark. So yeah, all good, easy legal Paua. And after I stuff them into my suit, I make another dive and end up finding this octopus. I check it out, let it float back down, and then when it swims off, decide that I'm going to follow it, just see where it goes. Once it settles down in under the kelp, I dive down on it. And wouldn't you know it, it's led me straight to a patch of Paua. I only need one more, so I pop the first one off the rock, have a look at the others, and head back to the surface. Pretty sure I've now secured my limit of Paua. Carrying on further out towards the rock, I keep looking the whole way out there. I'm now on the hunt for crayfish, and after a bit of looking, I managed to find this guy tucked up in this crack here. I reach my hand in, have a grab. It scoots back and I can see it's just about to come out the other side of the crack. So put my hand in the other side, grab it by the tail and pull it out backwards. And I am heading to the surface with my first crayfish for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Because I don't have my catch bag, I need to tie this crayfish onto my float line. And it's a little bit of a battle because while I'm trying to tie it in there, it's grabbing me with its legs. But bit of a struggle, but after a bit of a struggle, I get it done.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Whew. I'm not even at the rock yet. I've got my 5 Paua, I've got 1 crayfish. Man, I'll just about shoot a couple of butters and be done. What a spot!
Finally, I make my way out to the first rock, and this is my first dive onto the leading side, or the side where the current's pushing. And I just slowly work my way down, and look at that, there's a nice butterfish just sitting in the weeds. So I line it up, have that shot, and the spear just sails straight over the top of the fish.
I missed it.
Yeah, a bit of a silly miss, that one, but not much I can do about it at this stage. All I can do is quickly reload the gun and get ready to make another dive. So once again here I poke my head over the leading edge, and this time I don't initially see any fish worth shooting. But I stay patient, and before too long this nice butterfish cruises up. I reach out, take a quick shot, and you wouldn't believe it, I missed again.
Oh, that's a bugger. I just went to reload my spear. Noticed it was bent a bit at the end. Tried to straighten it and broke it. Bugger. Bugger, bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to be shooting any fish, so... Oh. Bugger. I might have to go and look for a couple more crayfish, maybe.
I move back in the shallows and start looking for crayfish again, and after a while I find a nice rock with a couple of crayfish under it. So I drop my gun, head back to the surface, have a breathe up, turn the camera on, dive back down again and line the first crayfish up. Here it is. A quick grab gets it, I pull it out, I've almost got it, and it slips out of my grasp. So I move on to the second one. Quick grab, secures the second one, and I'm headed to the surface with another nice crayfish in my hands.
That's another good one. But you know what? I think this guy's too big. I've already got one really nice one. I don't need another one this size. I haven't ripped any of the legs off or anything. He's got a great chance of survival, so I think I'll let him go.
I find a nice crack to tuck this crayfish into, let him go, he settles in, and I head back to the surface. Go well, Mr. Crayfish, go well. I head back to that rock. My gun's still marking it, so I can easily find it again. And have a look around. I have a feeling there's probably a couple more crayfish in there. So just keep looking, and wouldn't you know it, there is another octopus. So it freaks out a bit, swims out towards me, and I grab it and take it to the surface to check him out. There's something absolutely fascinating about octopus. They are amazing creatures. A while later, I find this little crayfish tucked up in his hole. End up getting a nice grab on him. And yeah, this looks like it is going to be what I'm after. A nice crayfish to feed 2 people.
That's a much better size for 2 people to eat. Awesome.
A quick measure confirms that it is indeed legal, and all that's left is to tie it on the float line. Made a little more difficult with the other crayfish trying to grab on. And at this point, I'm pretty happy with my catch, so I'm heading in, but of course, I'm looking the whole way in. And when I look under this ledge here, I find another nice little crayfish. A quick grab secures it, and I'm headed back to the surface. The only problem is, this crayfish looks pretty small.
Might be a bit small. I think it is. I don't think I'll bother measuring it. I think I'll just let it go. Poor little thing.
So yeah, this crayfish may have been legal if I'd measured it, but I really do think it was probably too small, so I just decide I'm putting it back, drop back down to where I grabbed it from, and slide him back into the crack and leave him to grow a bit bigger.
Wow, what an awesome spot. That was super cool. Had a bit of bad luck though. I shot at those 2 butterfish and missed them, and after the second shot I looked at the spear and it was bent at the end. Now that may or may not have been why I was missing them. It could have just been because I'm a terrible shot, but anyway, I decided I was going to try and straighten it, and Julie snapped it in half. So bit of bad luck there, couldn't go shooting fish, but yeah, was pretty happy. Got those nice big paua like straight off, and saw so many more. What a good spot for paua. And then yeah, worked on those crayfish, and yeah, they were kind of tricky to find with the long kelp. You sort of had to get down under it and part it and look and things, but didn't take too long to find a few. And got the first one, nice sized crayfish that one. Got that second one, and just too big for us, you know. Like that first one, we'll probably invite some friends around for dinner or something and eat it with them. But then the second one, we really only wanted one for me and Aya size, and that second one was just way too big. So put that back, carried on looking, got the third one, and pretty much called it after that. Got the big walk along the beach here and then back up the hill. So I'm going to get stuck into that, but I suppose I better show you the catch before I do. So here we are, 5 nice paua. They all measured about 130 mils. The limit's 125, so they're well over. And then we've got a couple of crays. This is just a nice sized cray. That'll be a meal for me and Aya perfectly. And yeah, we've got the nice bigger one. And I'm sure we're going to find someone or a couple of people to share that with us. I'm going to stop talking, get this walk done. I'll probably be super hot and sweaty by the time I'm finished, but yeah, there's no way around it, so I'm just gonna have to grunt it out. All right, I've made it back. I just chucked my stuff in the car and I've taken off because I need to meet Aya. somewhere, and I'm possibly a little bit late. I think I'm going to make it, but I just don't have time to dilly-dally. So yeah, super hot, really hard walk up the hill. I didn't pull the camera out, I just grunted it out. Had to have a few breaks. It's wicked mission, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to go and catch up with Aya, and at some point I guess we'll be having a cook up. And here we are, it's already crayfish, yum. We've also got some wedges and some cauliflower roasted, and this beautiful salad. So we are eating awesome tonight. Yes.